The sprint backlog. The sprint backlog is composed of the sprint goal, which is the why we are doing what we are doing in this particular sprint. The set of product backlog items selected for the sprint, which is the what, as well as the actionable plan for delivering the increment, which is the how. So the sprint backlog is a list that contains the why, the sprint goal, the what, the product backlog items selected, and the how, the plans for delivering the increment. Take note that the sprint backlog is usually a continuation of an aspect of deliverable product backlog. The product backlog delivers the goal when it is completely exhausted. All product backlog items attended to results in increments that are integratable to give you the product. But when we are talking about a sprint, we are usually focused on delivering a part of the product, a usable part of the product, which is called the increment. The sprint backlog is a plan by and for the developers. Please take note that at all times you will be forced to recall this expression, that the sprint backlog is a plan by and for the developers. It is a highly visible, real-time picture of the work that the developers plan to accomplish during the sprint in order to achieve the sprint goal. Consequently, the sprint backlog is updated throughout the sprint. As more is learned, it should have enough detail that they can inspect their progress in the daily Scrum. The sprint backlog is affected daily because that is the center of what we intend to deliver during the sprint. And the process of inspection of the sprint backlog is the event called the Daily Scrum. Remember, the events in Scrum are where we do almost all the activities that we might necessarily use to deliver some sort of value. Now, the sprint planning meeting is an event that we use to deliver most likely the product backlog and the sprint backlog. The daily Scrum meeting is an event we use to check the progress of work we are doing, which will contribute to the delivery of the increment. But we use the daily Scrum to inspect the progress of work. So we are most likely touching the sprint backlog. Now, the sprint review is the opportunity for us to present the increment. So take note, while the sprint planning event delivers two artifacts, which is the product backlog and the sprint backlog, the daily Scrum edits, modifies the sprint backlog as an artifact, but works towards delivering the increment. The sprint review delivers the artifact of the increment itself.